Hey everyone, it's Amy Dugan here, and today I want to talk to you about why I personally think it's super important to learn a physical skill alongside learning about business. So, you know how it is with business. Sometimes you're implementing all these things and you're not seeing any feedback, right? So you think it's not working. But the thing is, it's like it seems like it's not working, but then suddenly it clicks and there's like a tipping point where suddenly you start seeing it work, right? So it's much easier to see that happen in front of your freaking eyes when you're doing a physical skill. So I'm going to give you an example. I was doing aerial acrobatics for about 6 months. And aerial acrobatics, you might not know what that is, but essentially it's like things you see in Cirque du Soleil and people hanging from ropes and doing flips and cool stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I want to learn that. That sounds cool. So there was a gym, down the street from where I was working. So I worked out there. And essentially, one of the first things you have to do is you have to learn how to hold on to like the ropes essentially and lift your lower body up above your head. So you can imagine that takes a lot of lower ab strength that I definitely didn't have, right? So essentially months went by of me trying to do this move of just lifting my lower body above my head. I just could not do it. And literally I would go to class like 5 times a week. I would do it every day, trying to lift my lower body above my head, and I just couldn't do it. Every single day I couldn't do it until suddenly, after every single day of doing it, months of doing it, it just clicked and I could do it. Oh, and I was like, whoa. That day that I did it, I was like, oh my God, it seems like I can just suddenly do it. But what you really don't realize is that it was really every single day of me trying to do it and putting in the work with no results being seen for every day for months, right? But then suddenly I'm like, wow, now I can do the move. It's amazing. So I think people don't realize with business, it's the exact same way. You put in all this work. Let's say you're sending direct messages every single day and you're like, oh, I'm not getting that much traction. Oh, I just want to quit. It's not working. But little do you know, if you just did that every single day for like maybe another week or two, boom, it'll click and it'll start working and you'll start getting calls and you'll start getting clients. And that's really how it works. So I would highly encourage you to learn a physical skill that shows you feedback and really teaches you patience of things clicking. And not only that, but learning a physical skill alongside business will give you a new perspective to what you're doing that nobody else has, because no one has that unique combination of knowledge. Or maybe they do, but no one is you and no one's bringing that combination the way you're bringing it. And if you keep learning within the same industry, it's just all this recycled information. You need new things from outside sources and outside industries to influence you and to bring newness to what you're doing. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of why I think it's super important to learn a physical skill, not only so that you can learn about feedback and about that tipping point, but also so that you can bring some newness to your industry and have a new perspective and kind of get out of that realm of business only, business only. And not only is that physical skill going to be helpful for your business, it's also going to be helpful for your life, because now you have this new element that adds value to a lot of different areas. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.